I'm in the bushes, just watching this family. I got extensions. Sit up, make granny start dancing. Yeah, we know what you did, and I'm coming, I'm loaded. And I know you don't know it. I just posted up scope. There's a shooter outside and he quiet. There's a shooter outside and he quiet. Yeah, he quiet. Yeah, he quiet. Yeah, he quiet when the motherfucker quiet. They know so like I'ma shoot. 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 Yeah, got me this. Yeah, to get the picture. Yeah, I see you smiling. There's a shooter outside and he quiet, little nigga. All that cap rap might have to find me a nigga. All these niggas watching movies start jocking the image. I can't even buy it, little nigga. I know this pump it up, flip them, we get the drop on the cops in Alabama. I get the order and she pull up on the class. They talking about they catch a nigga, they gon' hang em. Catch them while they hanging. One by one we take them. I know this bitch, that bitch told she keep a secret. No, but I can't trust. What's the point, bitch, in my business? We moving silence. No rap, little boy, keep silent. This Mac come with a silence. It's a true moment of silence, little bitch. There's a shooter outside and he quiet. There's a shooter outside and he quiet. Yeah, he quiet. Yeah, he quiet. Yeah, he quiet when the motherfucker quiet. They know so like I'ma shoot. 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 Yeah, got me this, yeah, to get the picture, yeah. I see you smiling, cause I'm born big. Christ return, it's gonna be some killings all in these streets. Mr. dipped in blood, no he ain't condescend peace. It's gonna get way too ugly for the land and free. Ask yourself why little boy, and I'm sure that you see. I don't believe in make-believe, Greek mythology is way too cheap. I don't celebrate my birthday cause this shit bigger than me. Call me what you wanna call. I'ma prove it with the tongue. If these boys ever catch me, I'm going out like 7 songs. Stick my tongue out, put my hands in like cut the bitch off. Before I ever trade on my nation, my word on my God. All these Edomites trying to catch me cause they know I'm right. It either be a bitch or my own people that's trying to take my life. There's a shooter outside and he quiet. There's a shooter outside and he quiet. Yeah, he quiet. Yeah, he quiet. Yeah, he quiet when the motherfucker quiet. They know so like I'ma shoot. 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 Yeah, got me this. Yeah, to get the picture. Yeah, I see you smiling. Cause a boy victim. Come on, not like that. Psycho shit, man. You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch. What you talking about? If that nigga won't war, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named is Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bought it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm about it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All the hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walk around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for 'em and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Should've took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a police hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jury. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. And a sucker duck bitch ass boy, fuck nigga over that bitch muggin'. I say, if that nigga on wall, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick loaded, but he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing. Like, bitch, I ain't the one. Walk fight every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. Money, you bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up while I fit a beat. Yeah, AR 223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, the clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spring. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you squirm off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass. Told me, I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commanding to get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I stuck in his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close combat. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer. What you think? Well, you be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Walk fight every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. Money, you bitch.
Christ said 7 we gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy? Stress by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Backstage.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put billions of my lives. Yes, you said Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. This obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slump. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit a Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress. She a bombshell. Just is served cold. I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box. I swear got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous. I bought brand new.
All right, Shalom Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. And since 1969, been teaching blacks and Hispanics and the Indians are the Israelites according to the Bible. We ain't affiliated with no fake Israelite group. We ain't affiliated with nobody. And like I said, what we doing in school is teach the truth according to the Bible. And the truth is that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the Israelites. And who are the Israelites? The Israelites are the chosen people of the Bible. You understand? And every Wednesday at 7 o'clock p.m., we have these law classes here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. As you can see, man, we live on the StreamYard. We live on Facebook right now. We live on YouTube right now. And we live on Instagram. So y'all be sure to follow us on our social media. We got a lot of good videos in there, a lot of classes, a lot of good content. You know, Tuesday we have brotherhood classes. And also on Thursdays, we have scripture breakdown classes. Monday, history, Friday, Hebrew. All right, so make sure y'all tuning in. With that being said, man, we got a good class. All right, we got a really good class tonight. It's a very important class considering everything that's going on in this hell of a country. So we're going to get into it. You know, as you can see, the topic is voting has done nothing for us and never will. Hashtag Trump, hashtag Biden. So we're going to be talking about voting. All right. Is it a sin to vote? Is voting the right thing to do? Is it a wrong thing to do? We're going to be talking about that in this class. And like I said, this is law class. See, in this school, we teach these laws. All right. I'm sure if you grew up in church, you heard of the laws, but you were taught these laws were done away with. Well, that was a lie. You know, that was another lie your Christian pastor, told you. According to the Bible, if you are a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native Indian man, it is mandatory for you to be following all the laws, all the statutes, and all other commandments. You know what I'm saying? The laws are life. If you're not following these laws, man, look, that's the opposite of life. All right. I can't say the word because we're gonna get cut, but you know what that is. All right. So we're gonna be talking about voting. Is it wrong to vote? Is it right to vote? And a lot of people don't understand it's the vote. The first thing you should understand about voting is that it's a business. The Democratic Party, the Republican Party, they're both businesses. The president, politicians, it's all a business. It's nothing personal. And that's what a lot of Americans don't understand. Even white people don't get that. It's business. You can sit here, be so overzealous about who you want to pick for your president when voting has nothing to really even do with you. You understand? Salaki, y'all bear with me. Y'all bear with me, Salaki. All right, like I say, it's all a business. You understand? It's a business, and that business has nothing to do with us. It ain't got nothing to do with us. Voting ain't got nothing to do with black people. Hispanic people, and that Indian people. We should just get out of that. That's America's business. All right. Let white people vote. Let everybody else have that, man. And let's focus on us. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason I say that. See, you can compare Biden and Trump all you want, but they both got one huge thing in common. The one thing they got in common is that they both hate us. You understand? Biden hates Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, and Trump hates Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. They hate us just the same. But see, Trump just has the best interest for white supremacists. You understand? Trump has the he has the best interest for white supremacists. You know what I'm saying? We have to stop comparing two devils and disregard both of them. They both devils. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to figure out which one is better than the other. They're both devils, which means liars. They're both liars. They both been president already. You know what I'm saying? Biden was the president for these last 4 years. Before that, Trump was a president for the other 4 years. And since then, and until now, we are still in the same position, living the same life, still being oppressed, still being unalive, still strung out on drugs. Nothing has changed. That's the proof and pudding right there for voting. You know what I'm saying? And we all know this. We all know voting does nothing for us. We just do it to feel justified. That's why we vote, to feel justified. You know what I'm saying? To matter. You know, because we quote unquote have to fight and die and do all this for voting. All right. The first thing you got to understand, man, look, you got to disregard the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, because these are both tactics and whatever they use to oppress Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And like I said, Trump is a blatant white supremacist, and he shows it. You know what I'm saying? You can see it in, like, as the race continues, you see it. You see all these white people coming out the closet as racist, man. You see all these KKK groups. You see the Patriot Front marching downtown Nashville last week, 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? The Patriot Front, known as the AKA Children of the KKK. You know what I'm saying? They were led by a white man named Thomas Rochu. All right. And, you know, he's a young dude, you know, middle 20s. He's the leader of this KKK group. And the FBI was watching this kid since he was in high school. And now that Trump is, running again, he done popped back out. And that's what Trump does. You know what I'm saying? As soon as Trump, runs, you see all these white supremacist groups coming out. That lets you know that Trump is the leader of white supremacists. He gives white supremacists hope of what? Making America great again. Because that's what it means. You know what I'm saying? MAGA was never great for Blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. So that only means to go back in time when we were in chains, when it was the Jim Crow era. You understand? When we didn't have so-and-so rights. When it was a curfew for mostly Black and Hispanics, Native Indians. When we were, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's changed much since then. But you understand what I'm saying? Making America great again is only giving white people more power than what they have now. You know what I'm saying? They feel, a lot of white people feel really oppressed right now because they don't have a president like Trump. They don't have a white supremacist being the president of the United States of America. And that's what Trump is. You understand? Biden hasn't had your best interest or Trump. All right. So when I say go back in time, you got to remember all the things we did to get the right to vote. And that there alone should show you and tell you why we shouldn't vote. You know, the Selma marches, you know, MLK, you know, the Selma marches, it was a series of 3 marches in Selma to, in Selma, from Selma to Montgomery in 1965. It was a protest to vote. And there was a movie made about this. I'm sure you learned this in school. You know, we did all this to vote. You know, we were attacked, beaten by dogs, sprayed down with water hose. A lot of us was taken to jail. A lot of us were unalive for just trying to vote for the same people who was oppressing you. That does not make any sense whatsoever. We are literally unaliving ourselves, you know, putting ourselves in situations so we got to risk our lives to make the oppressor accept us. You understand? We were being literally beaten to death for trying to vote for the same people beating us. It just does not make any sense. Instead of just saying, to hell with all of them. You know, before integration, before all that, we was cool being alone. A lot of Black people was not with MLK. They was against it. They were like, man, we good over here. We not tripping. We got our own schools, our own businesses, our own organizations, hospital, restaurants, etc. We don't need to integrate. We don't need to vote. We don't need to do any of that. We good on our own. But nah. MLK had to. He had to have that dream, which turned into a nightmare, which came out of his own mouth. You understand? But voting was also a tactic he used inside of that. Voting gave another reason for Black people to want to integrate, to make you feel some kind of equalness to your oppressor. And voting from 1965 till now has just shown you that our vote doesn't mean anything. How we feel doesn't mean anything. Our oppression doesn't mean anything to the people oppressing us, because nothing has changed then and it ain't changed now. You know what I'm saying? If we want to change something, we have to do it ourselves. We can't depend on no other nation to fix us. And proof will show you that. History will show you that. You know, we were being attacked on that bridge, to Selma to Montgomery. You know, singing songs, marching, you know, this and that. And what happened? You got the police on the other side of the bridge with dogs, water hoses. You know what I'm saying? We were getting beaten to death, man. A lot of us are unalive for voting. We're going to get into that too. We got an article on that as well. A lot of us were hung, lynched for trying to vote. We do all this to try to vote for the same people unaliving us, oppressing us. And it doesn't make any sense. So, like, we're going to get Psalms chapter 55 and verse 21. Psalms 55 and 21. There's a reason why you don't see Chinese people trying to vote. You don't see the Arab man trying to vote. You don't see any of these other nations trying to vote. They just live here. We got to understand that we just live here. We here. We physically here. We in the ghettos. We on the reservations. We just living here. But we don't have to be in tune to what's going on in this country. Let the white people have that, man. Let them have Trump. Let them have Biden. Let them fight over that. This is not our battle, man. We shouldn't be into all this. You understand? The Lord ain't intending for us to be voting for another people to rule over us. It just doesn't make any sense. You voting is you being a slave. You just picking your slave master. That's all you doing. You picking your slave master. Which white man is better? I think I'm gonna go with this white man. They both white man. They are both devils. They are both untrustworthy. Don't pick neither one of them. You understand? Let's read Psalms 55 and 21. And it reads, The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. What did Biden say when he was running for president? What did how many promises did he make to black people to make him president? And we believed it for the millionth time. He promised what? Resources. He promised help in the communities. He promised to cancel college tuition. Some of y'all paying college tuition. You 60, 70 years old, man. I got plenty of family members who done went to college in their 50s now, still paying for college and still struggling. You know, he promised to cancel all that. He promised to end police brutality. He didn't meet any of those things. So far, in those 4 years of his last term, he hasn't done any of those things. Why? Because his words were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. You understand? War was in his heart. Meaning what? Salakia. War is in his heart. Meaning he didn't mean anything he said. He just knew that niggas was going to vote for him and he was going to be president. He got what he wanted. He in the door now. You understand? He's in the door. He got what he wanted. He fooled us once again. Now he's the president. And now he's trying to fool you. Now he's trying to do it again for the second time. And y'all are falling for it. I've been hearing so many black people talking about, I never vote for Trump. Biden ain't no better. Trump ain't no better. None of them ain't no better. How about let's just not vote at all? Why is not voting at all not an option? That should be an option. And that's why I say it's like we just have to vote, man. We have to show our faces. We have to go march. You know, we have to intervene with all the BS going on in America instead of separating from it. And like I said, you don't move to Africa. Don't move to another country. Don't go to China. Stay right here, but you don't have to be here spiritually. You're physically, but you don't have to be here spiritually. That's why, Biden and Trump, they're begging for black votes. You know what I'm saying? Trump making jokes. You know what I'm saying? You know how our people be, man. Try to be on the cool side. Try to say a funny joke that relates to black people and blah, blah, blah. Play black music. Now you think you're cool with the black. You know how they be, man. And that's what Trump is doing. That's what Biden is doing. Biden said, you ain't black and you don't vote for me. How many of y'all niggas still voted for him? It's just they're trying so hard to get your vote. You know what I'm saying? The slave master, needs his slaves, man. And that's all we are to America. Slaves. Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So don't get caught up with everything they say. Everything they say is a liar, which is why we call them the devil. And devil just means deceiver. The devil is not a red man under the ground, man. You see the devil every single day at your slavery, at your job, at the store. You see him in the badge. You see him at the hospital. You see him everywhere you go. You understand? But it's a law that you should never trust and believe and take anything to heart in what they tell you. And that's our problem now. All right, let's drop this right here. Let's get Ecclesiastes 7:7. Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. All right. And it reads, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a guilt destroyeth the heart. I hear a lot of black people saying, man, how they're mad about what's going on. Rent too high. Inflation is crazy right now. We ain't getting no help, and etc. And that is true. That's been true for a long time. Before Biden was even in, even in the office. And you hear a lot of white people complaining about this too. It ain't just black folks. You know, you see Biden sending billions of dollars to Ukraine every single day. You know what I'm saying? Signing that off every single day. You know, and just backtrack a little bit. The fact that he's even doing that should just tell you where you stand at in this country as a black man, expecting that the Indian. He's sending billions of dollars to the same people who oppresses you, but sending that money to help a people unalive another people. It just doesn't make any sense, man. It's contradiction. It's hypocritical. You know, he gave the Asians an anti-hate crime bill the first year he was in the office. Where the hell is our hate crime bill at? Where is ours at? You know what I mean? Nobody even, I don't even see Asians outside of their restaurants, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see these people nowhere. What's crazy about that is 3 months after that, there were 3 mass shootings in California. That was committed by a so-called Asian man. You know what I'm saying? This is just a joke, man. It's a joke. You know, all of it is. It's not gonna, the president is not gonna help us, save us. Never. We have to do it on our own. You understand? It says a gift destroyeth the heart. If you're so mad, so upset, why do you think voting is going to help you anyway? Voting is what's keeping you oppressed. Do you not understand that? Voting is not going to make you free. You're not voting for this politician and voting for this politician. They're both politicians. They're both got the same mission. And believe it or not, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party, they both work together. They both work together. Trump and Biden probably kicking it right now. They're probably chilling right now. Stirring the pot up, stirring the pot. You don't understand that World War III is on its way. You know what I'm saying? America don't understand what's coming to this country. You look past that drought. You see, they've been doing it for years. That ain't nothing. That stuff is really going to happen. But all you can think about is a president, though. That's all you can think about is just voting. You understand? Trump and Biden, they both hate blacks, Hispanics, and Indians very much. But see, Trump is he's the idol for white supremacists. He's an idol for white supremacists. They calling Trump the white savior. You understand? Like I said early in the class, why you see so many supremacist groups popping up out of nowhere? Like, where the hell y'all been at 5 years ago? Y'all were quiet for a long time. Trump then popped up. Here y'all go. Because that's what America needs, man. America needs a white supremacist to lead them, because that's the only way America will be made great again. It was built off white supremacy. You can't go back to that unless you have a leader that's a white supremacist. So, like, we should stop being so surprised and so enthusiastic when we see these things, man. This is what this country was built off of. So just expect it. What we should do is just get out the way, man, and go back to our God and let the Most High handle all this. You know what I'm saying? Because if we do our part, the Most High will do his part. You understand? It's a lot. I'm getting out track a little bit. So we're going to start this off. We're going to read it again. Should let pressure make for wise men mad, and a gift destroy the heart. Don't let these words they give you destroy your heart, or these gifts, them stimulus checks. I heard a lot of y'all keep talking about these stimulus checks and blah, 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 cheap rent and all that. Yeah, that's cool. But the end result of that is still the same thing. It's still death on that other side of the road, man. It's still destruction on the other side of that road. You understand? We still being unalive. We're still being oppressed. Police still police is still throwing us in jail for things we ain't done. You know, our oppression is never going to end. It don't matter what gift they give you. It's never going to stop. It's never going to end. And if you so mad at the oppression, how about you do something about it? It's starting to vote. You understand? Come join the ISUBK since you're so angry. Because we angry. We mad as hell in here. You know what I'm saying? And none of us are satisfied. You know, so if you so mad, throwing that all black and come to the IHBK. But I'm gonna tell you this: voting ain't gonna do nothing for you. You know, and a lot of the older generation, you know, doesn't even understand it. You know, we doing in school. We also do interviews. Like I said, we got a lot of good content, and you know, we interview a lot of young people. They not with voting. You know, so a lot of people are waking up. But just because you can't vote, that's just because you don't vote. You also gotta stop going to church too. Because voting and going to church is down there the same thing. Christian church is white supremacy. Voting is white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, man. You know what I'm saying? The point I'm making is that when you vote, you're choosing another nation to be on head of you. When you go to church, you're following the religion of the people that's oppressing you. So they go head in head with each other. And we should stop doing both. All right. We're gonna get Psalms. Let's get Psalms 58 and 3. Psalms chapter 58 and verse 3. So the leader of the Patriot family, his name is Tommy Rushu, right? You know, I said, you know, and you can do your research. I was in a shot at an excellent class on these devils, on this, you know, this KKK organization that was marching in Nashville 2 weeks ago. We did an excellent class last Thursday. Go check it out. With a lot of research behind this group and what they do and, you know, where they came from. And like I said earlier, the leader was named Thomas, and he was from Texas, and he was in school. He was a supremacist, you know, extreme supremacist in school. You know, we all know about those weird nerd guys in school who was quiet, didn't talk to nobody. You know what I mean? Gave school shooter vibes. You know, didn't want to talk to girls at all for real. Didn't get no play whatsoever. That's the kind of guy Thomas Rushu is. Those are the kind of guys who grew up to be leaders of white supremacist groups. That's exactly who he was, man. And a lot of you might wonder and ask yourself, okay, in 2024, why are we still going through this? Who's producing these white kids to behave this way, to turn into what they're turning into? You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of us are so surprised and so shocked when we see these mass shootings. We see things like George Floyd or Felipe Castile or Sean, what's that sister's name? So I can't remember the sister's name, but so many other brothers and sisters been alive. We see these things, and we just be so surprised and so butthurt about it. This is what we got to understand right here. Psalms 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. Esau has been estranged from the womb since day one. We were fighting Esau inside our mother's womb, man. You know, since that day forward, it's always been bumping heads. It says they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. That is why racism still exists in America, because this is who they are. You understand? This is who they are. So who are you to change anything? Who are you to expect anything different? Stop expecting things to be different inside of this country when you are not doing anything to change it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Our oppressor ain't gonna make nothing different. He's gonna be the same way he always been. It's working out for him. Wickedness, the white man can be wicked. He's perfect at it. He's amazing at being evil and wicked. But we are terrible at it. Blacks, Hispanics, and the Indians are the worst criminals ever known to man. You understand? You're terrible at selling drugs. You're terrible at being an unalive. You're terrible at everything you do that regards to breaking the laws. And how do I know this? Because who are the most people in that jail? We are. Now, that's say the white man ain't being evil, ain't putting us in up for a lot of false things we ain't done. Yeah, that's true too. But for the most part, we just doing what they taught us, man. And they're just leading us to the wrong road, to the, to death, to destruction, because we want to copy and be like them and do things they do. You can't be wicked more than a person, wickedness was given to. You understand? They were born this way. You wasn't. Jacob was a responsible man, a man with discipline, a man with honor. Esau was in the woods hunting stuff and unaliving it, and you know what I mean? Wild, sold his birthright, man. That's the kind of guy Esau was. So with that understanding, don't expect anything different from our oppressor. Always expect things to go bad, man. Always expect lies. You know what I'm saying? Don't expect anything good that's coming from our oppressor. And that's why you should never go out here and vote like you finna do this week. Finna do. It's upcoming November. All right, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 13. And it reads, consider the work of God, for who can make that straight, which he have made crooked. And this right here, this is a heavy scripture right here. You understand? Heavy scripture. Who are you to make anything, straight when God already made it crooked? And that's one thing we don't realize. A lot of us don't understand. As I was saying a few minutes ago about us being so shocked when we see these things still happening to us. We got to understand everything that was made and produced in this country, it's never going to change because it was made crooked from the get-go. We just read that Esau was born wicked. He was born, giving out lies. It's his birth. So who are you to change any of that? It's already set in stone. This country was built off racism. It's going to thrive off racism. And that's why white people don't like to deal with that. They avoid it. They're silent about it. They don't want to talk about it. In order to fix the racial problems in this country, guess what? You got to talk about race. You got to talk about what you've done to African Americans, so-called African Americans, so-called Mexicans, so-called Native Indians. You got to talk about that. But guess what? They don't want to talk about it. They want to take the books out of the school, not teach about slavery in school. They don't want to deal with it. Why? Because they thrive. This country runs off racism. And what does racism mean? Racism ain't about hating you because how you look and what you believe in and so on. So to be racist is just to mean to feel like you're more superior than anybody else. That's all it is, man. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being racist. There's nothing wrong about you feeling more superior than anybody else on the face of the planet. So it shouldn't be wrong for us to feel the same way. And it's not. You understand? Who are you to make anything straight when God have already made crooked? And understand that about this president run. These men are both crooked. Trump and Biden. All right? All the things they say, the things they do, we should not believe any of it. Stop trying to pick and decide which oppressor is the best one. You both know they true intentions. Stop nitpicking and trying to go which should I go with this one? Should I go with that one? I don't like this. I don't like that he do this. I don't like that he do that. Which one do I choose? Don't choose none of them. You know what I'm saying? That should be our only option. And like us doing these things create so much pressure on us anyway. That's why they just tagging us, man. At one point in time, they didn't want us to vote. They did not want us to vote. They were literally unaliving us for wanting to vote, man. And now they want us to vote. You understand? It's insane. You see how it changed? We were being unalive for voting. Now they're begging us to vote for them. It's the same procedure. The same thing. You vote for them. You help them out. They don't help you out. You understand? Salakia. And Salakia. All right. They both on the same level when it comes for the hatred of Black Hispanics and Indians. Thing about Trump is, like I said, keep saying it. He is a supremacist. So he knows, so you know, he's gonna make white people feel like white people again. And that's what it means to make America great again. All right. So we're gonna drop this right here, right? What I got here is an article. So I have an article. Y'all bear with me. We're gonna read this article right here, man. All right. A little history that you ain't probably never heard of in your life. And you'll be so surprised, man, how many children don't know anything about these, man, these white mob massacres, man, these mass unalivements, I'm going to say, that this country has done to us. All the Black communities we've lost due by white supremacy. You know, it's a shame how much we don't know about these things, man. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know about these things either growing up. So I came in school, you know, almost bred me to tears, man, how much, you know, this country have done to us, man, and we have got any justice for it. That's why the Most High says, man, don't never forget. I'm paraphrasing. You know, forget not, man. Don't forget anything that we've been through in this country. And like I said, because of these things that happened to us, it's how America, it's how the oppressor was able to build this place. He's able to build it off the backs of us. So this is a very, this is something that happened to us that we should never forget. It says, white mob lynchings dozens of Black people and burns down Black homes because they attempted to vote. All right, so it reads, on election day, November 2nd, 1920, white mobs in OC, Florida began a campaign of terror and violence designed to stop Black citizens in OC from voting. That resulted in the deaths of dozens of Black people and the destruction of the Black community. There you have it right there. The oppressor being the oppressor. White mobs coming around, creating a supremacist, you know what, basically creating a military designed for just unaliving Black people, for trying to vote. Not committing a crime, not for stealing, not for drug, not for anything, but just trying to vote, bro. And that's how powerful America is. Nigga, you can't even vote for us. You think you American? Nigga, you ain't voting for us. Only white people can vote. You a slave. You ain't got no say-so in voting. This is what they thought of us when we did this. And what we do, still try to go vote for the same people who think the same thing the white mobs are thinking. You think Biden care about your damn vote? You think Trump cares about your vote, man? They need your votes to get inside of them. You know, I'm going to tell you this. Now, we all know the electoral votes are the ones that matter, right? The state representative votes, each state, their votes matter. But they say the votes from the people within the state persuade sways the decision of the, you know, of what the mayor wants to, what the their electoral candidates pick and what they decide, right? That does not matter. All right. They gonna pick whoever the hell they want to pick to be president, and your vote don't mean a damn thing. And didn't back then, and it still does not now. It only matters to you. The only black vote, your black vote only matters to yourself. Only black people care about the black vote. But I don't give a damn about you or Trump. You know what I'm saying? This is history. You know, I'm just repeating itself. It says, with the election approaching, black residents in Okie who own land and businesses were eager to vote. It says, with the election approaching, black residents in OC who own land and businesses were eager to vote. Because we own land and had houses and owned businesses, we thought we could do what white people do. We thought we were American. We didn't know that despite anything we have, what we own, we were still looked at as slaves. It says, despite a terrorizing and threatening march by white citizens through the streets of Orlando 3 days earlier, aimed at deterring black people from participating in the election, most Norman and other black Americans went to the polls to vote on November 2nd. Mr. Norman, however, had turned away, allegedly on the grounds that he had not paid his poll tax. After seeking advice from Orlando judge John Cheney, Mr. Norman again attempted to vote. This time, armed white men stationed at the polls immediately assaulted him. He fled to the nearby home of his friend and business associate, Julie Perry. All right, so this is a brother, man. First, he tried to vote and he couldn't. He didn't have his pay, he didn't pay his poll tax, so he went back and tried it again. He was attacked for trying to vote. So this is what we had to go through. And this is in 1920. So this is an ongoing cycle, years to pass, of us trying to vote and us being unalive for it. I'm gonna read this whole article. We're gonna skip. Let me see. Let's go here. The next morning, a lynch mob took Mr. Perry from the police custody, brutally beat him, and hanged him within sight of Judge Cheney's home. His lifeless body was shot repeatedly. So they beat him, hung him, and after they had hung him, they shot his body up. These people don't have a soul, man. You know what I mean? They're inhumane. And to disregard this and still vote anyway, all you're doing is just dishonoring your ancestors. That's all you're doing. And over a 2-day span, a mob of white Floridians unalived dozens of black people and burned 25 black homes, 2 black churches, and a Masonic lodge in OC. Estimates of the total number of black Americans killed during the violence range from 6 to over 30. And that just shows you how America sees us then and how they still see us to this day. And I watched something today that was very true, and I'm going to do a class next week. It's going to be called Does Race Matter? What a lot of oppressors say, and you hear this a lot on the job site, whatever, why is everything about race? Why are you putting on a race card? Race doesn't matter. Blah, 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 blah. Race matters with everything. This whole entire race, the presidential race is about race. Like I said earlier, there's a reason why they're trying so hard to get that black vote. Because everything's about race. You understand? There's a reason why you don't see them trying to get the Asian vote, the Chinese vote, the Arab vote, because it's about race. They know these people have their own culture, have their own gods, have their own communities, their own businesses. They live among each other. But they all got one thing in common. And that's what? To oppress blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians. They businesses are inside our neighborhoods. They get rich off of us. You know what I mean? So America don't give a damn about these other nations. They care about the victims. And the victims are the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You understand? We're the ones they eat off of. You know what I'm saying? We're the ones they thrive off of. So to keep us in line, they want us to vote. They want them votes because our votes are going to get them in that, more than likely in that seat. And when they get in that seat, they're not going to do anything they told them they're going to do. They're going to do the exact opposite. And we got to understand that, man. All right? Let's get Deuteronomy 17 and 15. Deuteronomy 17 to 15. And it reads, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee. God shall, with whom the Lord thy God shall choose, one from among the brethren shall thou set king over thee. It says, one from among thy brethren. This scripture lets you know that you should not be voting for anybody running from the president of America. Whether it's a devil, like it's always been, a heathen, Barack Obama, or even if it was a brother, they're running for America. They're representing America. And what does America represent? White supremacy. That's not represents us. You understand? Thou mayst not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. That should not be another nation of people over us. We should be following our own rules among our own people, doing our own thing, man. You understand? We shouldn't have nobody else over us, making our rules for us. You know what I'm saying? Controlling what we do and where we go 24/7. That ain't what the Most High had intended for us, man. We're the ones supposed to be ruling this world, man. Ruling our own, being over our own conditions. But we didn't put that in the hands of our oppressor. Not everything is up to him. You know what I'm saying? We're trusting him to do this and do that, instead of doing it ourselves, man, like the Lord intended us to do. You understand? Imagine a black community, with thriving black with schools, black schools, man, black colleges, black businesses, black hospitals, black police. And when I say black, I mean also brown, black and Hispanic and any. Our own courses, our own everything. That's the way it's gonna be. There ain't gonna be no other nation on top of us when the kingdom comes, man. The life we living in right now is not the life the Lord had intended for us, man. You understand? We should not be voting for nobody to be our so-called president. The only leader of us is Commander General Yana of the ISUPK. That's the leader of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Not Joe Biden and not Trump. You understand? Let's get Deuteronomy 32 and 7. All right, and it reads Deuteronomy 30:27. Remember the days of old, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee, thy elders, and they will tell thee. You understand? Remember the days of old. And that's why I showed, that article, to remind you, Salagi, to remind you and show you what we went through trying to vote. So when you vote, what you doing is dishonoring your ancestors. That's what you're doing. When you forget about your ancestors, you are dishonoring them. When you forget about slavery, you are dishonoring them. When you celebrate the 4th of July, you are dishonoring your ancestors, man. Take pride in being who you are, just like the white man do. He celebrates Christmas, 4th of July. And 4th of July is a great example. That's the day they were so-called free from Great Britain, right? Freedom. You understand? We want to free that day. You know what I'm saying? 1776 was a long, long time ago. And to this day, they still celebrate it with pride, with joy, because they were free. They got their independence that day. They so-called independence. They take pride in being who they are. They honor their ancestors who made that happen. So why can't you do the same? They say slavery was a long time ago. You should forget about it. If you're somebody that forget about anything this country has done to your people, you are a slave. You're a slave. It's exactly who you are. If you somebody who is still a Christian, you are a slave. We learned how to be Christians in slavery, didn't we? If you're still Christians to this day, are we not still slaves? And I don't mean physically. Of course you can do, of course you got chains on your neck. But seeing in school, we say we got chains on your mind, spiritually, mentally. Meaning that what? You do everything you were doing back then. You still do it to this day. Even though you were unalive for trying to vote, you still vote. Even though we learned the Christmas, the Easter, the this and that in slavery, you still do those same things to this day. You praying to that white man in slavery, you still pray to that same white man today. You're still a slave, huh? Sis. In the ISBK, we can break those chains for you. You can learn about who you really are, what's your real nationality, what are your real traditions, what's your real culture. Take pride in that, man. Take pride in that. I take pride in who I am. The same way everybody else do. You don't see no Asian people begging to vote, trying to vote. Why? Because they take pride in who they are. Everybody else do except for us. And that's why we in the predicament that we are in, man. That's why Biden and Trump is begging us to vote for him. Because we don't give a damn about ourselves. We don't care about them. They're using us to get where they want to go. And when they get inside those doors, everything they say they was going to do, they'll never do it. It's been the same way for years, decades. And we still ain't seen it. You understand? Let's drop this right here. Let's get Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 10. And it reads, Proverbs chapter 8 and verse 10. Receive my instruction and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. This is heavy right here. The Lord said, look, receive my instruction. Do what I tell you. Don't go after silver, but rather go with knowledge rather than choice gold. That's what these presidents try to do, man. These politicians try to promise you this, promise you that. We give you this, we'll give you that. Choose the Most High every single time. As long as we follow these laws, these statutes, these commandments, the Lord will work out everything else for us. But we got to meet him halfway, though. It's not a one-way street, man. It's a two-way street. We too busy trying to go to the dead end. Can't go to no dead end. Ain't no way out of there. You know what I mean? You got to receive the Lord's instruction in order to keep moving. Stop listening to what the hell these presidents are telling you. These candidates are telling you, these city councilmen, you know, all the politicians. They got one mission and one mission only. For them to be more rich, for you to be more important. You know what I'm saying? To keep you oppressed, to keep you where you at. It's the only mission, the only goal. It has nothing to do with making this country great again, making it a great place to live, because they can easily make that happen. I mean, look, they easily make that happen. You understand? But they don't want to. You understand? These are the same people who put Planned Parenthood inside your neighborhoods, who put drugs in your communities. You know what I'm saying? Who pulls you over, unalives you, or throwing you in jail for something you didn't do. You understand? Don't believe anything they say. Just receive, man, the Lord's instruction, and he'll do everything for us, man. You understand? Let's lead this place spiritually. All right? Just imagine if he wasn't doing no holidays. Imagine if none of us was doing drugs, straight out on drugs. Man, our neighborhoods would be like, it'd be a paradise. The black and brown community would be a paradise. And that's what they don't want. We would have 1 million Black Wall Streets. So forget a Black Wall Street, a Black Wall world, man. A Black World City, a Black World State. I mean, a Black Wall City. You understand? That's what comes with following the Most High instructions and not going after silver and gold, but knowledge instead. Verse 11, for wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Wisdom is better than rubies, man. You understand? All those things you want in life and think you need in life, whatever, wisdom is better than all that. Wisdom is going to save your life. Those rubies are not. Those things you lust after are not. Everything Trump is promising you, he's promising that to white supremacists, not you. He's promising that to white people, not you. The things that Biden say he was going to promise, he ain't get it to you, did he? Stop desiring all those things and go back to the Lord, man. Why? Because wisdom is better than the rubies. You understand? Let's get Proverbs 29:2. It's Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 2, and it reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Before this truth, I was under the leadership of the wicked. And I wasn't rejoicing, I was mourning. I came into the ISBK on a community journey in Johanna. And I rejoiced. Why? Because the world was giving to the wicked. Who is ruling the world right now, man? Wicked. The wicked is. That's why things are so confusing. America is not. The oppressor don't know how to run anything. He's too corrupt, man. He's too unorganized. He doesn't know how to do it. That's why America is going the way that it's going. You know what I'm saying? It's a land trying to fight itself. It's never going to work. You understand that people mourn when the wicked bear rule. That's exactly what we are doing. We are mourning. You know what I'm saying? We are being unalive. We are dying on the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? We on drugs, man. Our children ain't being raised right. Our children ain't being led right. They have no leadership or discipline. Our women are whores. The LGBT community is taking over our children as well. You know what I'm saying? We have no leadership in our communities. We are mourning. You know what I'm saying? But when the righteous are in authority, we're going to rejoice, man. You know what I'm saying? The whole world be in order. Once again, the whole world is going to be in order. Not just America, the whole world. Because the Lord gave us the world to rule, not the wicked. And because the wicked has it right now, it's why the world is in such in chaos. You see it. You see what's going on. You see these wars coming. You see what's going on with the Palestinians, with the Jewish. You know what I'm saying? With the Ukrainians, with the Russians, with China. You understand? That's because of wicked bear of rule. They're in charge. And that's why so much destruction going on. Because they don't know how to rule. They don't know how to be in charge of anything. But we do. All right. So we're gonna drop that right there, get our last scripture. Let's get Psalms 147 and 19. Salaki, Deuteronomy 76. Reads, for thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy God. So holy means separate. So when it says separate, I mean holy means separate people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself. Not for every, it says special people to himself. You know what I'm saying? And when people read this, they don't understand. The Lord has a favorite people. The Lord has a people that he chose. He didn't choose everybody. He only chose the Israelites. It says above all people that are upon the face of the earth. The Lord chose us to rule. You understand? When it says above all people on the face of the earth, that means we are going to be in rulership. That means we're going to be controlling. You understand? This right here is a prime example of quote unquote racism. To be more superior. And this is what the scripture represents right here. Superiorism, man. This is what God has intended for us, man. Not to be where we at right now. Not to be voting for another nation to be ahead of us. Why? Because he chose us to be above all people on the face of the earth. If you are above everybody, then what does that mean? You were intended to rule everybody. All right. With that, we are the ISUBK under Commander Jenny and Hunter. We started out of 1 West, 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York. And that's my time. Shalom, Israel.